I thought I had seen it all in the Prevost world, but every time we come here to Olympia Luxury Coach, Austin's pulling some tricks out of his sleeve, and you got something I've never seen today. How you doing today, Austin?
I'm doing great. This is a truly special coach. I had a customer of ours bring this to us after they purchased it back a couple of years ago. I think they've owned it for roughly 7 years. And I told him at that time, Andrew, I'm like, if you ever get rid of this coach, I want this bus so bad personally. And just doesn't make sense for us to own a coach when we own so many of them. But if this was one that I'd ever own, this is it. It is a 2000 Marathon Coach, the last of the riveted coaches, 136,000 miles. And the feature of this coach is it is a factory bunk.
Yeah, factory bunk model, which the bunk floor plans have become much more popular, but I don't think I've ever seen a bunk coach before like 05, 06, 07, 08. I mean,
right.
It's very rare.
That's when you see those coaches. So this was a custom built bus for a couple out of Texas. They had first owned it, first purchased it through Marathon. We've even still got all of their original documentation on, you know, the build specifics and all of that. So every maintenance record from the previous individual, all of those manuals, the original stuff on it, and Hal and Bridget that own this bus, they have maintained it to the highest level. So you're just not going to find a better 2000 than this period.
I think you said they had a 22 marathon as well, and kept both coaches because they didn't want to let go of this one?
They did, and as we keep posting more on social media, he's like, you got to stop doing that because I'm going to want to keep it. And they kept both of them for a while, and he's doing some modifications and really needed this one out of the way. And so they'd take it to lunch the week before they brought it here. They took it out to lunch, still putting it on the road so it didn't just set, but what a special coach, and I think everybody's going to enjoy seeing this.
Yes, there are a lot of you Prevost purists out there, like the non-slide coaches, like the riveted coaches, and Austin's got a lot of inventory. Here's a 04 Liberty Coach XL2, which some of these did have the D-Lam issues, but over here next door, riveted coach, you don't have a D-Lam issue, and then a non-slide coach, it's true monocoque construction. Nothing drives like a non-slide. And then this paint job looks like a new paint job. You can see some really cool effects like in this stripe. You got a heavy metallic, really way ahead of its time.
Very much so, and this is one of those John Starr paint jobs that is just over the top. John was a phenomenal painter. Just like you said, that little bit of stencil work and almost, I don't know that it's really flames, but you know, almost like a smoke through there.
Or a lightning bolt. I know he did a lot of lightning bolts.
Yes, for sure.
And I think, you know, depending on where the sun is, I think when we kind of twist the camera back this way a little bit, it might be catching some of that, you know, heavy metallic detail. And I love the cream. Actually, I just see now there's a slight fade, you know, from right here, it goes from a cream into a little more of a heavy metallic, and just a cool, you know, paint job unlike anything we've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever seen this color combination on another bus.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we see sticking out of the roof there, special ordered generator exhaust that exhausts through the roof on a Marathon.
I know a lot of the folks at the racetracks, you know, where you have to worry about your generator fumes, really appreciate that. And let's just go to the back real quick before we go inside. Now this is going to have the Series 60 Detroit diesel.
It is, so it's going to be a Series 60, 12.7 liter, 500 horsepower, and this motor has 0 emissions on it. So the purest of the pure in terms of Detroit motor. Very, very great. I mean, this is the true million-mile Detroit motor that's sitting here.
There's even a pattern. That kind of reminds me a little bit about Dean Laux there. There it is, the Star design. Before Dean Laux was the guy on the Liberties, John Starr was the guy on the Marathons. And a funny story about that, I got John Starr's number from one of the guys up in Eugene, Oregon that had worked with him. And I was with Dean Laux and we're like, let's just randomly call them. And I was filming it and my cell phone died when I was filming this prolific conversation between Dean Laux and John Starr. It was like they picked up the phone like they were a couple long lost buddies. They had never talked before, but they knew of each other. And you know, both of them are involved in aviation, and it was really cool to kind of hear two legends. I was sitting with Dean at an RV resort one night and we made that phone call. It was kind of cool to be able to hear that.
So cool. Yeah, the last I heard, John was still painting aircrafts. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but...
Man, I'd love to get him and Dean Laux together sometime.
How cool would that be?
But yeah, let's take a look inside of this Marathon here. Now, the AC's definitely working. It's ice cold inside of this coach. And, you know, being a non-slide coach, not quite as much room as some of the coaches we're used to being in. So.
Right, so not as much room. We do have opposing sofas here, and Marathon designed these sofas. These were custom built in-house. Actually, both of these up front can jackknife together as well. So
cool.
You still have an area to walk between them. So jackknife down. So if you've got, you've got the bunks in here, but you've also got 2 other sleeping berths that you could fit a lot of people in here for sleeping.
Take the whole crew. If you got
right.
a bunch of kids, if you look closely here, that is a super high-end leather. You can see that texture. I think we've even seen a similar style in some of the newer coaches. And then this had something you showed me. We walked in here briefly. We're gonna show them that real quick, but I just in the cockpit, I gotta show you guys something real quick. Check out how clear this backup camera is. I mean, it is like one of the most crisp backup cameras from a coach of this vintage I've ever seen. Is that factory or is that updated?
So the camera is factory. About a year or 2 ago, we put that new monitor in for them up there.
Okay, and then it looks like an updated Samsung. I know they were not making these kind of, they were still using tube TVs. Maybe the plasma TVs were just starting to come out around this time, but updated TV here?
Updated TV. When they first bought the coach, we put the updated TVs in, and all of them have the Roku devices on them.
And great looking pattern on the ceiling here. Really cool. I mean, I do see a little, to be fully transparent, there's a little bit of bubbling there, but it's a 25-plus-year-old coach. So now, can you show everybody what's going on here? Like this is
one of the coolest parts of this coach, and it's got a lot of neat little things. So what we were told, this was done on about 3 marathons. This is something they did on those coaches. You can see down below, you've actually got this hydraulic ram cylinder that goes down through the floor. But what we're about to do is super impressive for those that want the space in a non-slide coach and then the seating. So when you figure that you've got 2 sofas here that you could easily fit 3 people each on, and then easily 3 people here going down the road, and not have to worry about a slide, not have that in the way. This will go flush to the floor. You could also stop it. This could be an additional sleeping berth. So, a lot of different things, but if you're not eating at the table or using the table, why not have the extra room? And I think you pointed out, Andrew, that the tile just goes perfectly up underneath there, and then when this matches that floor, you literally, other than the small groove around there, would never know the difference.
I would not. I mean, it's even solid to stand on. And then, talk about the floors. These wood floors here, these have to be updated.
Yes. So when they first bought the coach, that's one of the first things we did for them. So these floors are roughly 7 years old. You can tell that they never had their shoes on in here. Bamboo wood floors, so very resilient, but we put those in at this time in the front and the back, so that has been an update. But all these other items that you see other than technology upgrades, this is original.
And it's amazing all the cool stuff Marathon was thinking of, back in the late 90s. And when we had the opportunity to go hear a lot of the stories from a lot of the original Marathon employees, we heard all kinds of cool stories about how they engineered and thought of all this stuff. And we were asking them about some of the challenges, their hardest challenges of putting stuff in a coach. And they told a story about a bubble wall they were having to pressurize. And there was a lot of learning curves. And man, if you guys have not seen that video where we interviewed some of the original employees telling some of their stories, definitely worth checking that out. Marathon Coach is just a class act organization, and just has so many great stories of building buses.
For sure. Great converter.
Yeah, now you have a little ottoman here. Now that can kind of slide.
So if you got this here, this can slide in that place, matches the coach really, really well. That was in there when they bought the coach, and some creature comforts at the time that were not normal. This is one of the first dishwashers that Marathon, this style that they were putting in before the Fisher Paykel dishwasher drawer style. We've got our 2-burner Gaggenau cooktop there, really nice shape. Our sharp convection oven up there, and then a really large double bowl sink.
Yeah, and it's funny to see that style of dishwasher, because we've started to see that come back in the late model Newell coaches that are $2.8, $2.9 million. So it kind of that the Fisher Paykel dish drawer definitely was popular for a long time, but those are coming back into style.
Yes, they are.
It's amazing how well these coaches hold up. I mean, these cabinets are all in excellent condition. I like this color of cabinets. We've got some good storage overhead on this side, but I do appreciate that in the salon up front here, we've got no overhead cabinets. It just gives us some extra headroom up in this part of the coach.
Certainly does. And a lot of coaches of this vintage weren't this wood tone. You saw a lot of white or cream laminates. So if you're somebody that's looking for that more wood tone laminate, this is a coach that has that and certainly in great condition.
We've got it set on 70 degrees. It feels like it's 70 degrees in here right now. I think that's real temperature.
It's pretty warm outside today. So this coach was configured with 4 cruise airs as well. So a lot of the non-slides only had 3 cruise airs. This coach is configured with the 4 cruise air units.
Nice. And is that an updated Whirlpool residential refrigerator?
So we've also installed this updated refrigerator freezer for them, and something neat that we did, instead of putting the handles on this, you can just simply pull the refrigerator open so those handles aren't sticking out in the walkway there.
And then these cabinets over here, I don't think these are going to be very deep.
Yeah, not very deep, but making the most of every little place. Of course, your bunks are going to be up there that run across.
So coming back to this part of the coach, and in this vintage of Marathon, they were still using pocket doors, which I appreciate, but also, do you mind if I give a little bunk bed test here?
Hey, go right ahead.
So these are actually the bunks over here, and it's kind of a cool configuration where it has kind of a narrow entryway here. So when you're in there, you kind of feel like you're in a cocoon. But I'm going to try this out for size here. I'm 6'2", and I literally, this is definitely taller than I am, and this is a pretty wide bunk. And I gotta point out, even back in this era, Marathon was lining the ceiling of the bunk here with that embossed leather. But I wanna be fully transparent, it is a little, I mean, that's kind of a smaller hole to climb in and out of. I mean, a 6'2" guy could fit comfortably, but I think small kids could probably get in and out easier. And then we've got some good drawer space here, really deep drawers right below your bunk there. And then right across from your bunk, you've got your stackable ASCO washer and dryer.
So we're going to have a private water closet over here. This will be the only air door in the coach. Other than that, you've got these privacy areas that will shut off. So one at the start of the bunk beds, one at the head of the bunk beds, privacy door here, and then this door as well doubles as a privacy door into the bedroom.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you got, I mean, a very large closet there, all lined with carpet. And then on the other side of that closet, you've got that mirror. So when you close that, you got a full-length mirror in your bedroom. And then, you know, even in the half bathroom here, or in the water closet, we've got tile work going up the wall, you know, really cool pattern on the wall there. And a mirror behind the head there. I don't understand the positioning of that mirror. I mean, really, the only thing you're going to be able to see is kind of, you know,
hey, your own business.
Exactly. Hey, you know, whatever. I don't know what the thought process was, hey, all good. Now, there's a fan directly above the shower, and then is that like an art wall? Does that light up at all?
It is. So that'll be an art wall. We'll see if we can turn that on here. There we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, super cool. Kind of like a waterfall scene there. And then, you know, in this mid-bathroom, we have quite a bit of room here. You know, if you needed to get ready, change clothes, you've got plenty of elbow room, and then, you know, our sink, you've got this mirror for the gals doing their makeup that want to see everything perfectly. And then I wonder if this has it, yep, even back in the day, they have the mirrors that kind of fold out. So if you're doing your hair and you want to see both sides, you're set up for that. And then back here, this is for the paying customers back here.
So back into our stateroom, this is going to be a queen size bed and a non-slide coach. You got those cabinets tucked up above the headboard, and then back here we're going to have some more closet space, some more drawer storage. So we'll have closet, drawers back here. I think we've got 6 of these across the back. So pretty impressive storage space for a non-slide coach, bunks, along with the washer and dryer still. So you're really not giving up many creature comforts by adding those bunks in here.
Well, and then of course you've got that huge mirror on the ceiling there.
Yes.
So, you know, very unique placement of the mirrors in this coach.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And then you've got your nice shades that will darken the bedroom here, those Roman shades. And Andrew, one thing that they did on this model of coach is instead of having the cruise air blow out above, you'll feel it coming out of this window box treatment. And I'll tell you, it's very impressive. Marathon did that on several coaches, and those buses cooled very, very well.
I mean, it's ice cold. We've been filming a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
It's been hot hot here in Nashville. It's summer. We're in the middle of summer,
Yeah.
and this is one of the coolest buses we've been in. And it's funny because one of my buddies, you may know Jamie and Anja.
Oh, yes.
They have multiple Liberty coaches, and he swears by the Cruise Airs and Bus Air. They live out in Arizona. They were my neighbors back when I lived out there, and he's got multiple coaches at the same time in a 110-foot boat too. He could have a brand new whatever he wants, and he swears by the Cruise Airs. So I kind of understand it. What are some of the benefits of Cruise Airs versus roof airs?
So certainly, I mean, as we're standing here in the bedroom right now, most of these coaches we have to turn the ACs off of when we do our video shoots, and we're not having to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is whisper quiet back here. So one of the most quiet AC units, and some of that is on how a Cruise Air is plumbed. Now, Cruise Airs are more expensive to maintain. Cruise Air themselves on the RV side of the business is no longer producing units, but we can still get parts for those. We can still repair them. And there's actually a replacement unit that's out that if somebody says, hey, I want all new units, all new evaporators, condensers, we can go in and replace those. So just depending on the customer, we work on all sides of that here. But a Cruise Air, if it's in working condition, you keep those filters clean, you keep the condenser clean, they're going to work very, very well.
And it seems like the roof airs, usually they're just kind of like, they're throwaways. You just throw a new one on there. They're so inexpensive.
Yeah, they certainly are. You know, you find a roof air Dometic or Coleman unit, you just take those off, throw them away, and a brand new one goes on.
I'll tell you what though, I used to wash motorhomes for a living and having to climb on the roof and all the headaches of, taking a AC on and off a roof of a roof air. There's some safety to working on Cruise Air. There's some benefits to that. And I've heard that it's easier to find, or like sometimes like a normal HVAC guy will be more apt to work on a Cruise Air unit than a roof air.
Yeah, a very competent HVAC guy, which you want anyway, will be able to work on a Cruise Air unit from the compressor side to the electrical side of it and recharging those units. I mean, these have charge ports on them, unlike a roof air unit.
And of course, here at Olympia Luxury Coaches, you guys can do all that service.
Yes, we do. From roof air to a Cruise Air unit, we can repair and service all of those.
You do offer your service to the general public, but you always put your customers that buy their coaches from Olympia as a priority?
We do, and we've been scheduling a lot of service, so if somebody needs service, we want to fit you in. We want to make that work. We don't want you to have to wait weeks and weeks at a time. So if you need to get in for service, if you have an emergency issue, we'll always prioritize that and make sure that we can get you on the road.
Now I'm curious here, I'm just looking, I mean, this is like really capturing my attention here, this art wall. Does it close, like say your wife wants some privacy and you're back here taking a nap, do you get a free show or is there a privacy option?
I guess it's all what you want to tell somebody, but you do have a privacy shade that will go down in there. So if you're opposed to looking at each other taking a shower, you can close that.
Hey, whether you're modest or not, this coach will fit everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Austin, I really appreciate you showing us this super rare, super cool Prevost Marathon coach. Now, is this coach available? What's the story with it?
Right now, this coach is available. I doubt it's going to last long, but if somebody is interested in it, it's $219,000, 136,000 miles, recent tires, recent batteries. It's going to be ready to go for the next owner.
Yeah, a really cool opportunity for someone looking for a super rare coach. Now, if someone wants to get your information, how can they get a hold of you?
So through our website, you can go through a general inquiry form there or call our office at 615-280-1278.
Again, it's OlympiaLuxuryCoaches.com. We'll make sure to leave that in the description below. And Austin, really appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, and I also appreciate all of you out there liking, sharing, and following. We hope you're all having a great day. Thank you.